Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Cincy game hunting, and Andrew and I are going to start this week off at a GameStop. We're going to bring a bunch of games in to trade. They have a trade credit bonus going on right now, an extra $5 for any game that's worth $5 or more, and it's only for the newer stuff, Xbox One and up, PS4 and up, and the Switch games. All the older games are excluded from this deal. Now, I usually, when this deal comes along, I save them for my $5 to $10 trade-in games because I can get between 50 and 100% extra credit for them. And when they have the deal occasionally where they have 50% extra credit for anything, I usually bring my more expensive games on those days, so you can get a ton more credit for those. So we bought a whole bag of games, got about 15 or so in there. We're gonna see how much money we can get, because I'm kind of getting low on my trade credit, and you know me, I don't like spending money, so we're gonna trade some games in that we have. A couple of them are the 3-cent Walmart games. A couple of them are the games that I found at thrift stores and whatnot that I've just played through already. So Andrew's on the search for some DS games, and we're going to see what we can get. All right, we just got done in GameStop. We ended up getting close to $200 in total trade credit. That's pretty good. We got like 14 games I think we traded in. We got $209, and that'll help replenish the trade credit. I was running low on trade stuff, and I don't like paying for games, so we looked around for DS games. Andrew saw some games he wanted, but they were all ones that Daddy already had in the collection, so we didn't really need to rebuy those, except for Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. They wanted like $10 more than it was worth, so we passed on that one as well. One game we did pick up was Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series X. This just came out like last week. Ended up paying $55 for it because I had a $5 reward, and for that I didn't pay anything for it because it played all on trade credit. So Microsoft Flight Simulator is a game that I've been waiting for a while to come out, and super stoked to bust this open and start flying around the world. Alright, as you guys saw, we stepped into St. Vincent de Paul real quick, and it was actually half price day today, so all video games were 50% off, and we ended up finding 2 games to grab. First of all, we saw this on the wall. It was just sitting in a pile. Payday 2, The Big Score on the Xbox One. So it has $4 on it, so it was a $2 game. So I'm totally fine with that. Never played this yet, and so I'm totally down to grab this up for $2. I think I might actually have the PS4 version, or they made like a couple different versions of Payday 2, so I'm not sure which one I have, but I don't know what the difference is between them. But for $2, I'm not going to leave it on the shelf. And if one of them ends up trading for like the $10 for the bonus credit, whatever it is at GameStop, I'll probably trade the worst of the two or the more expensive of the two and just keep the other one to play. So anyway, Payday 2, The Big Score, for $2. And also, as you guys saw, we saw this on the wall. Just Dance 4. This is one of those anomaly games that for some reason GameStop still gives like $9 in trade credit for. And it's marked at 3, so we got it for $1.50. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. And I'm trying to get rid of all the games that I know that GameStop overpays for right now, because I'm kind of getting the feeling like they're going to stop taking in the older games soon. So, yeah, food for thought. You might want to think about if you're hoarding a bunch of old copies of Black Ops 2 or something like that, you might want to start turning those in, because I don't know if they're going to be holding out and still taking those in trade much longer. So, yeah, pick this up. I'm going to do a quick flip to GameStop and get some trade credit for it. So $1.50 for that. You're gonna get $9 in trade. Not a bad little stop at St. Vincent de Paul. All right, we ran to Goodwill real quick, and honestly, there wasn't a lot in there that was interesting me. There was a Soldier of Fortune game for the 360 that I'd never seen before, but it was only like a $5 game in general, and they were charging $5 for it. So, like, I'm sure I could find it for cheaper somewhere else later on. We did pick up one game, and it's a flipper, and y'all probably saw it. Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 is surprisingly still trading in between $13 and $14 over at GameStop. So usually you can find it fairly often. It's a pretty popular game. So, and GameStop for some reason is still charging $40 for it to sell it. So yeah, Black Ops 2 over at the Goodwill for $5. All right, as you saw, we stepped in the CD Game Exchange real quick, and that's kind of my go-to game store when I'm trying to find things that might be a little bit undervalued. I can usually get lucky every once in a while and find Wii U games there underpriced for what they're actually worth at the time. And it could be just this factor of just it's been there for a while and the price has gone up and they didn't change the price with it. So we found a game like that today. It's not a very, like, exciting title, but it's a game that I didn't have in the Wii U. How to Train Your Dragon 2. This is about a $30 game, and they were only charging $16. So, anytime you can find a Wii U game for cheap, it's a good time to do it, because I don't think these things are going to be cheap for much longer. Just like GameCube, the Wii U didn't sell well, so the games are only going to get more expensive as time goes on. So, grab them up while you can. Got How to Train Your Dragon 2 for $16. right, we went into half-price books, and there was a lot to digest in there. They had a lot of consoles, a lot of box consoles, and none of them seemed to have like the extra stuff in them. Like they were like all special editions and random ones that just had games included with them, and none of the games were included with them. And a lot of them were the older models, like the VCR model of Xbox One and the original PS4. And they went between $350 and $400 a piece for them. Wow. Unless the market has gone up for those, that's really, really gouging on the price. I think Xbox One X's are going for $400, but the S and the VCR model should not be anywhere close to that. I want to say you can get a VCR model for like $150 usually, or less. I mean, it might be even less than that. Anyway, they also had a couple of PS1 systems there that were just sitting on a shelf loosely for 50 bucks, and I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot to digest in there. They had a ton of consoles, but it seemed like they were all super overpriced. So, we also saw Shantae on the the Switch. And it was actually a decent price. It was like, they wanted $50 for it. And I think the game actually goes for around $60 to $70. But I'm not I don't really like paying that much money for a game unless I'm buying it on trade credit. So I left that on the shelf. They also had a Vita game on the wall. It was Disgaea, I'm probably butchering that name, Disgaea 4 on the Vita. And it was in a GameStop box, so basically it's loose. And loose, that game only goes between $18 and $20, but they wanted 40 bucks for it, so probably not gonna do that. We ended up picking up 4 games though. 3 of them were on the clearance shelf, and 1 of them we saw in the glass case. I had somebody come over and let me grab that out. First of all, the clearance games. We picked up Motocross Mania on the PS1 for $2. And this is the reason why I love going to half-price books and looking at their clearance bin. To grab games for $2 and $3 is awesome to me. Even if the game is garbage, you can trade it in for what you paid for it. So, totally willing to take a risk on a game for $2. Motocross Mania on the PlayStation 1. We also grabbed Front Mission Evolved. It's a Square Enix game, and it was only $3. And I have never seen it. It looks like a mech game, yeah. If you guys know anything about this, shoot me a comment. But it looks pretty cool, and for $3, like I said, I'll try anything. So, Front Mission Evolved for $3. And the last clearance game we found was D-Blob 2. I've played D-Blob 1 on the Wii, and I actually bought an updated version of it on the Xbox One. It's a fun game, but I've never played the second game, so to pick that up for $3, I'm totally down to try that one out. Little 3D platformer game, kind of fun to play, and if you guys have a chance to try it, give it a try. The last game we found, like I said, was in the glass case. And this one was actually priced fairly well. It was another Vita game. It was Tearaway. And this is actually one that I've been looking to try and grab for a while now. And Tearaway was only $20. And a loose copy of this is price charting for around $25, I think, right now. So they actually did a good job with pricing this one. I don't know what happened with this guy. I would have loved to have grabbed that game too if they had priced it right. But anyway, we picked up Tearaway, which is a game, like I said, I've been trying to find for a while now for a decent price, and $20, right on the money.
24 hours later.
All right, guys, we're actually on our way to go make a trade right now. A viewer had showed me a picture of some games he just came into and was curious if I was interested in any of them. And there were 2 in that picture that I was definitely wanting to grab. I'm a huge Dragon Quest fan, and he had Dragon Quest 5 and 6 on the DS, both in the picture. I asked him, what would you want for him? He's like, I'm collecting GameCube and Wii U stuff, and I'm like, I got a couple extra things I can throw your way. So we're gonna make a trade. Ended up, I'm trading him my Yoshi's Woolly World, complete with the amiibo sealed still. The box is a little rougher than most, but it's actually still in great shape for the most part. But game and amiibo package for the pink amiibo on the Wii U. I'm throwing this as in a bonus. He doesn't know about this. I have an extra copy of Adventure Time. It's not worth much, but it's sealed, and I bought it for $1 from Walmart. Figured I'd throw it in there. And here's the 2 GameCube games he wanted. Legend of Zelda 4 Swords, which I'm not a huge fan of this game. Like, I love Zelda games, but like, it took me a while to try and get into this game, and it didn't really do much for me, so I was fine with trading this out. And yeah, trading that in along with Eternal Darkness. This is one he really wanted, and it's complete, so I'm stoked to make this trade happen. He's actually doing me fairly well, because those two games, I think together would probably be around like 100 or 230 for loose copies. And these games combined, I think I added up to around, you know, like 210 or so. So he's doing me a favor, helping me out, and let's go pick up those games. Dude, I'm still in awe of that.
I had no idea what they were worth.
Can I look at them real quick?
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, oh man. This one, 6, and 4 are the only ones I need. I've played 4 before, but I've never played 5 or 6. So I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I just, when I saw that picture, I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's some pretty cool stuff.
That is sweet. I threw a bonus game in there for you.
Oh wow.
It was seriously, I had an extra copy of it, and I was like, shoot, I'll do that for free, you know?
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Those are the 2 main ones you wanted, and then Holy World's not the best. The box is a little bit rough, but
It's still cool.
yeah. So man, I appreciate you hooking that up.
Yeah,
That's
thank
awesome.
you. Appreciate it.
Is it
I was
you?
wanting this one bad.
Yeah. I knew you were thinking when your eyes lit up when you saw that. I was like,
Absolutely.
I played it already, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play it again probably, so I don't see the point of like holding on to it forever. So, but that's awesome, man.
Did you happen to know what country these came from?
Those are European.
European.
It's PEGI, so it's European. Yeah, everything that says PEGI on it is a European game.
Gotcha.
So I think they're region free though, aren't they?
I don't know. I haven't tried them.
Yeah, I think they'll still play on your DS.
Cool.
So yeah, but those are, anytime you see the PEGI logo on the bottom, it's European, and Japanese usually has like an ABC lettering system for theirs.
Okay.
So, and then America has the ESRB stuff.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's all it is. I think they're region free. I'm not positive, but it should play okay on yours. So.
I'll have to try it out for sure.
All right, man. Appreciate it again.
Thanks.
All right, guys. As you saw, the trade went down. I am super stoked about this. These are the only 2 mainline Dragon Quest games that I have not been able to play yet. The only way to play them in America is to buy them on the DS or play them on your mobile device. I don't like playing games on my phone, so I wanted to grab the DS copies if I could find a way to do it. I've only seen them complete. I saw one at a pawn shop for both of them, and they wanted like $200 a piece for them, which is, good for 5, a little overpriced for 6. But this the fellow that found these, he said that he got them in a lot, and he didn't know what they were worth. And I told him, dude, those are expensive games. I won't stiff you on them, but those are some pretty expensive games, and I really am interested because I love Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest V on the DS is about a $150 game. Now I've played Dragon Quest, well, back when they were called Dragon Warrior back in the earlier Nintendo days. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. I haven't played 4 all the way through, so I'm gonna try and find that one on DS as well. Because I played it at a friend's house and I never got a chance to finish it. So, but yeah, Dragon Quest V, $150 game loose, and I've never had a chance to play it yet. And Dragon Quest VI, once again, loose, but again, another $80 to $90 game. So to pick these both up on trade for games that I've already finished and I'm not playing anymore, or just doubles of games that I have, is such a sweet deal. I mean, I'm glad I was able to hook him up with games he was looking for, and I was definitely looking for these. All right, guys, last stop of the week, and as you saw, we stepped into a Cash America pawn real quick. A couple of games for the collection and a bunch of games that flip really well over to GameStop. So as you saw, you might have seen, I'm not sure if you saw it or not, they had a copy of Black Ops 2, but the disc was mangled. It was scratched all to heck. It had stains all over it. had cracks in the center ring. I mean, I don't think any GameStop would have taken that disc, even if I would have repaired it as much as I could. So, not really worth the time. It would have only been $3, but it is what it is. We left it behind. Maybe somebody else take a chance. Anyway, picked up 5 games. Like I said, they were all $3 a piece because they were the older games. First of all, I saw this in the wall. Left 4 Dead, which trades in for between $8 and $8.80, depending on your pro membership or not. But when I opened the case up, it was actually Left 4 Dead 2, which trades between $10 and $11. So not a bad little find on that one. $3, like I said, for all these individually. We grabbed Flushed Away on the GameCube. Nothing really special about this game. It's just a GameCube for $3, a GameCube game for $3, and the disc was in perfect shape and the manual's in there, so I said, why not? We'll do it. We also grabbed for the collection Overlord 2. Now, I've actually almost gotten Overlord 1 like 5 different times, and every time I happen to find it, it's a destroyed disc. And so we found Overlord 2 today, and it's in perfect condition, manual and everything, so picked that up for $3. We also grabbed to flip Grand Theft Auto 5, and as you all know, you need to make sure you have both discs for this, because they will not take it in if you don't have the install disc as well as the play disc. So I'm not even sure if you can actually play it without both discs. You might be able to, but I'm not positive on that. But always make sure you got both discs on this. This trades for about $8 to $8.80 as well at GameStop, depending on the pro membership. So between $8 and $9, so not bad. And the last thing we found was Wii Sports. Now, I opened it and checked the disc. I didn't realize that when I looked at it, there's actually 2 discs in there. Didn't realize it. I thought when I looked at the bottom thing, I thought that was like the manual peeking out. But there's 2 copies of Wii Sports in here, and we picked them up for $1.50 a piece because they gave me $3 for this package. So, not bad. Technically 6 games for $15. Not a bad little way to end the week. Guys, I appreciate you as always coming out and checking out the videos. If you get a chance and you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It's no big deal if you don't to me, but you know what? It helps out the channel. So if you do feel like doing it, hit it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that as well. And guys, as always, stay safe out there. Until next time, keep hunting.